Thank you for joining us today. To start out, can you introduce yourself?
Sure. Gregg Mandsager, City Administrator, West Burlington. My wife is Anna Mandsager. We've got 4 kids, Taylor, Michael, Caitlin, and Ryan. They range from, I guess they're not kids anymore, 21 to 30. And our granddaughter Evelyn is with us as well, and she's 17 months. So.
Wonderful. How long have you lived in this area?
Probably about 10 years total. This is my second stint, so 2000, 2005, and then came back around 2021, so about 10 years altogether.
Okay. What do you love most about this community?
Probably its people. I came down in summer of 21 to help out with the community, help the city. At that time, wasn't planning on staying, but you know, you get back, you know, the folks that you're working with, some of your employees are actually, individuals that your wife babysat when they were kids. The mayor's, or at the time, the mayor was the same. I was still the mayor. A couple of the council members were still on the council. So, you know, it's very comfortable. Everybody's very welcoming, supportive in the role. I think we make a great team too. So it's really the people, I think, at the heart of it.
So the main focus of our video program is the question, what connects us? So when you hear that question, what do you think of?
On the kind of business side, I think of the goals or the projects that we're working on, because we really have come together to move the city forward. And we've selected a number of goals or priorities. We're working on a number of projects, and that really brings us all together, because it takes our whole team, the public, the community as a whole, to get things done. And so I'd say from a city perspective, that I guess the other half of that would also be, I guess, city related. We've got 2 cities, both with very unique identities. Strong personalities in both communities. We're very proud of both of our communities. So we have that little thing called a border. Most people think that divides us, and it does, because we do have unique identities as a community. But I really think it also brings us together, or connects us. Not everybody knows where that line is. They go between the hospital or Target and downtown, and it's really one community. And that theme has really come out over the last year. We're 2 cities. My job, I'm there to work in the best interests of the City of West Burlington, and bring the programs and projects forward on our behalf. Chad, the same thing here in Burlington, but we both need to work towards the overall benefit, or to the overall benefit for the community as a whole, because one without the other doesn't work. We have amenities out in West Burlington. There's amenities down here. The library is down here. We share, these services. So when we're working together, I think we're at our best, and we're working as a community, not just 2 cities, to get things done and hopefully help our communities thrive.
The next question is, how do you experience connection in your daily life?
Daily life, well, I probably go back to the city and the things that we're doing, especially this past year with the Iowa Institute of Sustainable Communities, with the University of Iowa. We started that started talking about it last summer, and in the fall and spring we worked with 150 students with the University of Iowa, multiple committees, both council, the public, members from various organizations, Arts Center, and we worked on a whole host of programs, projects And it accomplished a lot. But at the same point, we were working on that pretty constantly. It took a lot of time and effort, but it's well worth it, I think. In the end, we had some wonderful projects at the end of the day, and we can justify the costs that were associated with it from a practical perspective. But on the other hand, other end of the equation, we're very excited about the opportunities we have. We have a smaller staff in West Burlington, and I felt like I had an augmented staff of 100 plus students helping us out, whether it be a community plan, the arts and culture, or the shared services master plan, or specifically for us, we got a downtown streetscape which could transform downtown West Burlington. We had trail designs along Agency and Broadway Street, and a number of other projects. But so seeing that all come together. But working on that on a nearly daily basis over the past year, I think that's probably really what connected me to not only the city and Burlington, but the community as a whole.
What role do diversity and inclusion play in fostering connection?
I think of it from the diversity brings perspectives, or new perspectives, different perspectives, and allows us to have a good conversation. It's not one perspective, but you have many folks at the table with different perspectives, or they may come from different cultures, whatever it may be. But when you bring all of those perspectives to the table, you have a good conversation, and you make some decisions moving forward. You're bound to have made a better decision than without those diverse opinions as you go through the process. So you go through it, you have that good discussion, you have a healthy discussion, and in our case, the city council makes a decision, and we move forward. And but having diverse opinions and letting everybody, bringing everybody to the table, and making sure that everybody has a voice, I think is really important.
Absolutely.
And maybe just on a personal note too, on diversity, both of my sisters are Korean. They're adopted, and our youngest son is adopted as well. He was actually 6 months when he came. We were living here in West Burlington. But from the diversity perspective, when we started to talk to our three kids, older kids, about the process of adoption, they didn't realize my sisters were adopted at the time, which I really thought was kind of cool from a diversity perspective. They had, of course, dark hair, almond eyes, skin colors obviously more tan than mine, Norwegian background, but they had no clue they were adopted. I thought that was kind of cool.
It's amazing. So it's such a sweet story. How do you see our community as a place where people come together?
Well, we really come together with the purpose of improving our communities. I mean, that's our job. I mean, that's my goal. I live in the community. I want to see it grow and thrive. I want to see these quality of life improvements. I want to see these place-making ideas come to fruition. I want to see the downtown transform. I want to see us increase the housing that we need in our in our city, specifically in our school district. All of those pieces really connect us. They bring us together. Force isn't really the right word, but they force us to come to the table and put these plans together, and then create some action steps or plans to get things done. So I love that, and so I'm anxious to see the results of a lot of our efforts here. We've gone through the process in a number of things, both with the University of Iowa, but on our own. We did a comprehensive plan. We did a stormwater master plan this last year, and a few other pieces as well. We're updating our zoning code. So there was a lot going on this last year. So now it's time to start implementing it and seeing seeing those things come to fruition. So I'm excited about the future.
Is there a story, memory, or personal experience that illustrates what connection means to you?
Let's see. Well, I mentioned our kids, so that was pretty cool. And you have that strong connection with all of your children, whether they're born or adopted, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. They're your child either way. So that was pretty cool. We had our first grandchild, and she's 17 months, and that was pretty cool. That was an immediate, deep connection. It's like, that was pretty awesome. And so that's I guess one aspect of it from a personal perspective. Let's see. And then I guess from a personal perspective, there are any number of things. Let's just take the downtown streetscape that was completed. When I walked into the room, we were sitting down there in preparation for it, and we went through it, the presentation, there was a comment, it happened to be by a council member that who said they came in expecting to hate it and actually loved it, which was pretty awesome. And at the same time, I think we're really excited about those next steps. And I mentioned earlier, it could really transform our downtown. It would bring it up. It would bring amenities to the downtown. It would dress it up. It would be perhaps an outdoor patio for restaurant or for dining, any number of things. So that's just, I'm very passionate about the built environment in our community. That's always been a favorite topic of mine. So I love building communities, I guess, and bringing everybody together to get something done, and getting things done. I mean, that's the goal, is getting things done. So I just love it. I love seeing the results, and I love bringing those results forward to the community. So, and hopefully our residents enjoy the fruit of our efforts. So.
Absolutely. So, final question.
Okay.
Is there anything, any stories or anything you want to mention that you want preserved in the archive, something that you want people in the future to know? I keep talking about the Institute, but it took up so much of our time this past year, so it's really kind of front of mind. It really did bring folks across the board. In preparation for that, we've done community visioning. We involved the community in that. We did the comp plan, brought community and visioning into that. There's a very strong theme. It seems to be, we seem to be on the right track from a community perspective, doing the things that the community would like to see. But at the same time, we got a lot done in a short amount of time. Now we have to find a way to get these things done. And I didn't do it alone. We had council members, we had the mayor involved, staff was involved, and deeply involved. I mean, they were involved every 2 weeks at least in meeting with the students, and when they would come down for visits, depending on the topic. So we had, and the public was involved. I mean, so this was a way to really bring folks together for the benefit of not only West Burlington, but for the community as a whole. And so I really think it's a great example of what you can do when you bring people together, when you connect different people, different resources, connecting us with the University of Iowa, Burlington, West Burlington, the Art Center. Art is not my forte, but I see the value in improving quality of life, or placemaking, or bringing components into the community that attract visitors or help retain residents. I mean, so
brought everybody together, kind of moving in the same path. Everybody trying to move the community as a whole forward, but our staff and council and ourselves trying to move our community, our city forward. Burlington doing the same thing, but as a whole, we all came together to move the community together and move it forward. So I'm excited about the future for both cities and our community. So.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for sitting down with us. I can tell that you are passionate about making the community better, and we really appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No, thank you. I'm glad to be here. Appreciate it. Thanks for the opportunity.